Bienvenido a otro video del Colegio Boston. No olvides suscribirte, activar la campanita, darle like y compartir.
Hello, how are you guys? I hope that you and your family are fine, and I hope that you are healthy. And also, I hope that you are working on the activities that we have for this week. And well guys, you know me, my name is Teacher Priscilla, and today we are going to talk about the verb to be in simple past, okay? This is something that we are going to continue because in the other video, in the last video, we talk about the verb to be in simple past too, but we were talking about affirmative and negative, okay? And I hope that you remember that, okay? Well, today, first, or to start, we need to remember something that we checked in the last class or in the last video, okay? When are we going to use was and when are we going to use were, okay? If you remember, I told you that for was, we need or we use, you remember guys? Exactly, we use I, he, she, and it, okay? So that means that for the auxiliary word, we are going to use exactly we, you, and they, okay? Excellent. Now, first we are going to start with the yes, no questions, okay? Some of you remember that the yes, no questions are questions that they have only two answers, okay? The answer, it can be yes or it can be no, okay? But let's check first the structure, okay? First, we need auxiliary. In this case, auxiliary is was or were, depending on the subject that we are using, okay? After that, we need the subject. In this case, we have I, you, he, she, it, we, they. But also, we can say some names. For example, Pedro, Letty, Patty, okay? Any name. Also, you can say, for example, my mom, my friends, my cat, my cousin, my family, okay? Any person, any animal, any object, it can be that, okay? And after that, we need to use or we need to write the complement, okay? The complement is that information extra that we need, okay? For example, was Joseph sad yesterday? As you can see, I am using the verb to be was because Joseph is he, and with him, we need to use was, okay? And in this case, the complement is sad yesterday. Remember that in the last video, I told you that yesterday is a time expression because this is telling me exactly when the things happened, okay? So, the question, was Joseph sad yesterday? Can you repeat after me? Was Joseph sad yesterday? Excellent. Okay, remember that you have two possible answers. In this case, yes, he was, because I'm talking about Joseph, okay? Or the other possible answer, no, he wasn't, because again, I'm talking about he, okay, a boy. As you can see, we cannot write or we cannot repeat the name in the short answer, okay? It's not possible to say, yes, Joseph was, okay? That is not correct. So if you have the name in the question, you have to change it for the object for now. In this case, he, because we are talking about a boy, okay? Let's check another example. Were the kids happy? Repeat. Were the kids happy? Excellent. So the auxiliary is were. My subject, the kids. Okay, that is plural. And my complement in this case is happy. Okay, so now what do you think are the possible answers? Yes, very good. Yes, they were, because we are talking about the kids, and that is plural. So for affirmative, we have yes, they were. Now, can you tell me the negative? No, they weren't. Very good. Okay, as you can see, this is not really complicated. So we are going to practice this little grammar. Okay, so in the first one, we have they late for their class. Okay, so the subject is they. Okay, in the first slide, I told you that with for I, he, she, it, we need to use was. And for we, you, and they, we need to use were. Okay, so in this case, they late for their class. So was or were? What do you think? Okay, let's check. Were, okay? Were they late for their class? And I have no, okay? So how can you complete the question? Good. No, they weren't. Okay, remember that if you are saying no in the answer, the auxiliary also needs to be in negative, wasn't or weren't. In this case, weren't, because we are talking uh, about they. Okay, that is plural. Okay, next. It hot yesterday. Okay, I'm talking about the weather. Okay, we have it. So what do I need to use? Was or were? What do you think? Let's check. Was, okay. Was it hot yesterday? Okay, and the answer is affirmative. Okay, so we have yes. Okay, yes, it was. Check that here you are using something affirmative and affirmative. Okay, then we have in the number 3. They at home yesterday. So here, do you need to use was or were? Again, check that we are using they. So was or were? Let's check if you get it correct. Were. Excellent. Okay. So were they at home yesterday? Yes. Very good. Yes, they were. Excellent, guys. Now, next, we are talking about the movie. The movie good. Now, how can we complete that question? With was or with were? What do you think? The movie is an object. So it's basically is it. Okay? Because it's just one. So was or were? Good. Was. Was the movie good? No. What? Good. No, it wasn't. Okay, the movie was not good. Then finally, we have Mr. Johnson at the library. So Mr. Johnson is a he, okay, and it's singular. So was or were? What do you think? Okay, let's check. Was. Was Mr. Johnson at the library? No, we established that it's a he. So no, no, he wasn't. Okay, very good, guys. You did an excellent job. Okay, and again, my recommendation for you is to copy this activity in your notebook if you want, if you have the possibility, and check your answers. Okay, try to do it again, and when you finish, you can check the video again and you can compare your answers. Okay, this is a good activity and it's going to help you to practice. Okay, good. So now let's try to use the ability of speaking. Okay, right now I'm going to show you a picture with two different people or two different animals, two different objects. Okay, so the first picture is in the past and the second picture is a picture of the present. Now, if you see these two pictures, what question can you make? I'm going to give you 5 seconds. Okay, what question can you make? Okay, now one question, for example, is in the past, was she thin? Okay, that is a good question. Okay, remember that the time expression in the past, you can put it at the beginning or at the end. Okay, for example, was she thin in the past? Very good. Okay, next. Here you have the same. One picture from the past and the other is the present. Okay, now what question can you make? Let's say the adjective small. Okay, good. First, he was a puppy. Okay, so he was really small. So the question can be, was he small when he was a baby? For example, okay? And also, you can have different questions. Maybe you have a different question from mine, okay? And it's okay if you are following the structure, okay? Next one. Here we are talking about the weather. In the first picture where it says yesterday, you can see that the weather was not good, okay? It was raining. But today, it was sunny, okay? So here, what question can you make about yesterday? Because remember that we are talking about the past, okay? Good. Was it raining yesterday? Very good. Yes, it was. Or also, you can say, was it sunny yesterday? And the answer would be no, it wasn't. Okay? Good. Here, in the past, what was her profession? Yes, she was a teacher. Okay? But now you can see that in the picture it says happy retirement. That means that she's not working anymore. Okay, so here we can say, was she a teacher in the past? What's the answer? Yes, she was. Okay, or also I can say, was she an actress in the past? No, she wasn't. Okay, very good. Then we have more puppies, we have more dogs. Okay, so you can see that how the dogs were in the past, and you can look at the dogs now in the present. Okay, so if we compare, we can see the differences and we can ask some questions. Okay, for example, in this case we are going to use they because we have more than one. Okay, because that is plural. So the dogs, it becomes to they. Okay, in this case we can say, were they small? Or we can say, were the dogs small? Okay, and of course we can say, yes, they were, according to the picture. Okay, very good. Now, we were talking about the yes, no questions when we only have two possible answers, yes or no. But now we are going to check the WH questions, okay? Now, in this case, is because we can say more information when a person is asking me something, okay? But first, we are going to remember the WH words or the WH questions, okay? Now, when we are talking or when we are using what, it's because I am referring to a thing, to an object, or I am referring to an action, okay? For example, here, what do you do in your free time? Notice that I am using what, okay? And in this case, my answer is I play soccer. That is an action, okay? Or also, I can use it as in the second question. What is that? That's a cell phone. And here I'm talking about an object, okay, a thing. Another WH word or WH question is who. And who is referring to people, okay, to a person. Here are some examples of questions using who. Who is your favorite actor? Who is the person next to you? Who do you go to the movies with? Okay, as you can see, I am using who in all the questions, and the answers refer to a person, okay? Next, we have when. When a person is asking me something using the WH word when, it's because that person is referring to a specific time, okay? For example, when is your birthday? Or when do you practice soccer? Okay? Here I'm talking about a specific time. Another one, we have where. And when a person is asking me where, it's because he's asking about a place. For example, where were you born? Or another question, another option is, where are you from? In both cases, I am referring to a place, okay? Then we have why, okay? Here is because the person wants to know the reason about something, okay? Like why something happened. I need to know, or I want to know the reason, okay? In this case, why is she happy? And here we need to answer using because, okay? Why is she happy? Because she has got ice cream, okay? Or in the number 2, why was she late? Because she missed the bus, okay? Here we are mentioning the reason. Then we have how. With how, you can use it to ask for a specific number or the way you do something. For example, how many cats do you have? In this case, I am asking for a number. I have 3 cats. In the next, we have, how do you make pancakes? Here, I'm not asking for the number. I'm asking for the procedure, okay? The way I do something, for instructions. In this case, we can start by saying, first you need, and then you can continue with the explanation, okay? And finally, we have the structure for the WH questions that is really similar to the yes/no questions, with the only difference that we need to add the WH word at the very beginning of the question, okay? For example, why was Joseph sad yesterday? Here you need to tell me the reason. Because he lost his favorite toy. Another question would be, where were the kids? They were at the park. Okay, I am referring here to a specific place because I am using the WH word, where. Okay, so for today, that is it, guys. Today, that was the topic. And I hope that you and your family are okay. And I hope to see you really soon, guys. Okay? Have an excellent day. Goodbye.